Is it live? Alright, so I'm Christ. This is the Feast of Dedication. I'm also 1,000 Yahweh. Go ahead and get into it. Can I get a reader, please? Alright. I need you to go to the first book of Maccabees for me. First book of Maccabees for me. Alright, go ahead and read.
The book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened. After that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian.
Anybody know what Alexander this is talking about? It's talking about the so-called Alexander the Great. Right? He was a Macedonian or a Greek, right? It shows you where his lineage comes from, okay? It shows you that he was an Edomite. The Macedonians was Edomites. Alright, keep going.
Who came out of the land of Chedi.
Okay, keep going.
Had smitten Darius the king of the Persians and Medes.
And the Medes. That's like the Persians and the Medes. That's like Elam and Median, which is other like people of Abraham, but they're still heathens, but they're other people that Abraham, right? The Persians and the Medes. That's Elam and Median. Keep going.
That he resigned instead.
That he reigned in the stead. He reigned in the stead. He reigned because when his father died, he reigned in this place. Keep going.
The first over Greece. Verse 2. And made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth.
So he won many battles. That's why he was like regarded as one of the, especially with the Edomites, he's regarded as one of the the best, war minds, right? They always go back to, Alexander the Great, right? They always go back to saying he was taking over in this short time that he lived. He took over a lot because he killed a lot of people, right? Keep going.
Verse 3. And went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations.
He took the spoils. He took whatever he could take from them, right? Took the spoils of those many nations. Keep going.
And so much that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
Keep going.
Verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host.
So it said his heart was lifted up. That means he felt mighty in his heart, right? He felt strong in his heart, right? And he gathered a mighty strong host. A host is basically the army, right? They say the host of heaven. Let's talk about the host of the angels, right? The armies of heaven. But it's just talking about the host of Alexander the Great, right? Keep going.
And ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him.
Anybody know what a tributary is? Anybody know what a tributary is? Tributary is it's like when you take over a nation. Now that you defeated them, you now make them pay taxes to you. Just like how they do now. They go and take over a land, and now they gotta pay their money to them now. You got me? Keep going.
Verse 5. And after these things he fell sick.
And he fell sick, right? He did all of this. Keep going.
And perceived that he should die.
So he knew he was about to die. Anybody knew what Alexander the Great died of? He died of syphilis. Right? That's when he died of syphilis. Keep going.
Verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and partnered his kingdom among them.
And he parted his kingdom, so he got up like people that he knew. He spread out his kingdom amongst the people that, his friends or whatever, that grew up, grew up among them, because he took over a lot of lands, right? All right, keep going.
While he was yet alive.
While he did this while he was alive. Keep going.
Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Verse 8. And his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
So then when they did this, because this Esau ruler, so evils are going to be multiplied on the earth. Whenever Esau's ruling, just like it is now. Evils keep getting multiplied, right? Keep going.
Verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Enochus the king, Antiochus the king, who had been hostage at Rome. And he reigned in 137 years of the kingdom of the Greeks. Verse 11. In those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed them, we have had much sorrow.
So basically, it was heathens, all around us at all the time, right? So it was wicked men. You can pretty much say these are pastors, right? They came about and seen basically they say that they wanted rulership because, like, okay, you see right now Israel, we were doing good in the in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, right? We had our own nation. But then what happens? You got somebody who's already has power, like Martin Luther King, right? What did Martin Luther King? He wanted more power. He wanted to be able to do everything that our oppressor does, rather than have our own. So this is Martin Luther King right here. He sold out all of the nation of Israel so that he can go to the movie when the movie comes out. Right? He did all of this so he can have what our oppressors had. That's literally what they're doing. You know?
Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
So then they went and built, like they went and started building the temple for the heathen to serve all of their gods, right? They exercised their religion.
Verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold due to mischief.
They were sold to do mischief. So they basically were bought. Our priests were literally bought so that we can we can get rid of our covenant and give our our covenant with God, right? The Most High God. They sold that so that they can get more wealth, because they seen that the Romans was taking over, and they were so fearful of the Romans instead of being fearful of the Most High. They say we're gonna sell them out so we can take and become more prosperous. Right? Keep going.
Verse 16. Now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over the Egypt, that he might have the dominion of the realms, of two realms.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 17. Wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots, and elephants, and horsemen, and a great navy. Verse 18. And made a war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt. But Ptolemy was afraid of him, and fled, and many were wounded to death.
So when Antiochus got this kingdom, he went to Ptolemy to try to get, he went over him and he got about it. He was scared of him, right? He seen that, the type of military prowess that he had. Keep going.
Verse 19.
Some of this. Keep going.
Thus they got the strong cities in the land of Egypt, and he took the spoils thereof.
That's when our oppressors started ruling over Egypt. So during this time, they started ruling over Egypt. That's why even to this day, they still love Egypt, right? That's why black people love Egypt. It's because our oppressor loves Egypt. They wanted the pyramids, they wanted to rule over that, and that's how they started becoming the Egyptians now. See, they ruled it over, they started saying, okay, now we the Egyptians. All right, keep going.
Verse 20. And after that, Antiochus has smitten Egypt. He returned again in the 140 year, in third year, and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude.
So now, after this, he didn't have enough. Now he said, I'm going to come after Jerusalem. Now I'm coming to y'all. All right, keep going.
Verse 21. And entered proudly into the sanctuary, and took away the golden altar, and candlestick of light, and all the vessels thereof.
So, like, a lot of people don't know this actual candlestick was talking about. They took over, they got rid of the candlestick of light, right? So, hold on a second. Go to, just hold that 1 second. Now I want you to go to somewhere else real quick for me. Anybody know where that's at in Numbers where I had the stuff at?
No, I need some.
Thought I had it in there.
I need some also. So can you just
We'll go to. But basically, the book of Numbers, we actually had the king. It would say about 1 candlestick and 3 candlesticks on the right and 3 candlesticks on the left. So we've always had this, right? And so that's why it was the Feast of Dedication. We rededicate the temple. All right. And see, basically what they're doing is they took the candlestick of light. They basically, just imagine right here in this. This is, you know, the temple of Israel, right? So they come in here, they take the altar, they take all the candlesticks, you know what I'm saying? They take all of this, and then they start sacrificing swine on the altar. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine this being just taken by the heathens. Keep going.
Verse 22. And the table of the shewbread, and the pouring vessels,
and the showbread, right? The priest made showbread, right? They took the place that we had showbread, right? And they took and the pouring vessels where, you know, like these cups, they took all of the different things we had that was, you know, that was glorious in the Most High sight. Keep going.
And the vials, and the censers of gold, and the veil, and the crowns, and the golden ornaments that were before the temple.
So all of the stuff, you know, we had things, you know, we decorated the temple, right? They just came and took all of that. Keep going.
All which he pulled off. Verse 23.
Hold on 1 second. Go to 25. It just keeps telling them everything that they took. Keep going.
Verse 25. Therefore,
y'all give a powerful hand, man. Powerful preach. All right. Hey, man, y'all did an amazing job with this piece of dedication, man. I like everything that y'all brought. You know what I mean? We got a brand new decal. We got a big TV. Man, I forgot how many inches it is. But we did a thing. I mean, instead of celebrating Christmas and giving out Christmas gifts, you know what I mean, we bought gifts to the temple, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean, we bought gifts to the Lord. We ain't selfish and all lustful and want gifts and ready to kick somebody out the house or cut somebody off if we ain't getting that Christmas gift. We ain't here serving the Lord, and we want about how we can make the Lord happy, man. Right. Not America. Goddamn America, man.
Right.
All right, because these same people had you in captivity a long time ago when it was the Greeks. Don't get it twisted. The same Greeks here reading about, these are the children of the Greeks, man. And their culture is nasty and disgusting, man. Right. And they don't want you to keep your integrity. Do anybody in the classroom know what integrity means? Anybody know? And if you don't know, what we do in UPK, we look it up. So what do integrity mean? All right, because this place called America and the Greeks, they want you to compromise your integrity, man. And we need to know what integrity means, man, because integrity is a heavy word that we need to keep. Go ahead, Warren.
Integrity. Now, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness.
Yes, principles. What is our principles? What is our uprightness? Does anybody know? What keep us righteous? Go ahead.
Like I said, law, statutes, and commandments.
I need a scripture. Give me a scripture, man. You know what I mean? If you don't have one, I got one. Our righteousness and our understanding is in Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 4. Somebody put it up for me. All right? This is very heavy that we keep our laws and our traditions and our holy days. If you're a black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you have no business celebrating no holidays, man. All right? You ain't got nothing to do with holidays. Your history, your black history is the holy days, man. I mean, you learn about what happened in the past with your ancestors, your family. Not white people, man. All right? So who got that? Deuteronomy. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day.
Go to 5.
Verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me.
This is Moses talking. Go ahead.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Keep going.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding.
This is your wisdom and your understanding. And if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, guess what? You're going to be disrespected by every nation on earth.
Right.
And that's why we being disrespected right now. Right. They ain't got no respect for us. Why? Because we ain't got no morals. We have no integrity. We going to compromise our integrity. You know what I mean? We not willing to die for these laws. We're not willing to die for ourselves, man. We don't want to give up our heaven. We don't want to be uncomfortable for our brothers. We want to be comfortable in this place. We want the American pie. We don't want to do what the rest of the nation's gonna do. The Arab man, he'll go kill himself. Like he'll put a bomb on his back and blow himself up about Allah. That's how you should feel about your God.
That's right.
You should be ready to die about these laws and your power, man. But you don't want to do it. You know what I mean? You have to be willing to die for your brother, man. That's what Christ did. Christ died for us, man. But we want to be selfish. We ready to serve other nations because we don't want to take that risk, man. But I'm gonna teach y'all today about a woman and her 7 sons, man. This woman and her 7 sons, they had courage, man. They love black people. Your Christian pastor, these damn Christians, they don't love black and Hispanic people, man. They don't give a damn about us, man. All right, but these people, this woman and her 7 sons, this is who you should look up to, black woman. This woman had courage. If you want to know how you serve the Lord, you need to learn about this woman right here that I'm going to read about. Let's get, if I'm mistaken, it's 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 1. 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 1. We're going to read about a woman, a black woman, that had some zeal on her, man. She loved the Lord. And it's like y'all, if y'all want to learn how to be a good sister, man, y'all should learn how to be like this sister, all right? Okay, who got it?
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
They was compelled. Read that again.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
Okay. What do compel mean? If somebody trying to compel you to eat swine flesh, what they doing?
Like I said, they're trying to persuade you or make you comply.
They ain't trying to persuade you. Not compel. Somebody put this out right quick. All right. Go ahead.
Force or oblige someone.
Somebody put the smoke out. What you say, Warren?
Force or oblige someone to do something.
Force somebody to do something. This happened to us in the translated slave trade. What did the oppressor do? What did the white man do? He forced you to serve white Jesus. You try to read that Bible, he burned your eyes out and cut your tongue out, man. That's how he forces his culture on us, man. And the Greeks, they forced their culture on us by Hellenizing us, man. Do anybody know what Hellenizing means? When somebody get Hellenized, what do that mean? To be Hellenized. To be Hellenized is to be influenced. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. Hellenized, objective, made Greek or Hellenistic in form or character.
Right. And this is why the New Testament was written in Greek. Because we had black people that they didn't understand the Hebrew language because the white man took it from them. They don't understood Greek. So the Bible had to be written in Greek. Just like today. We don't know, all of us don't know Hebrew. Outside these walls, part of us, we know Hebrew, but our people don't. So it had to be written in English. So we can understand it. Alright? But to be Hellenized, do y'all really know what that means? Do anybody in the classroom really know what that means? The real meaning of it. You being taught Greek culture, but what else? It's deeper than that. Go ahead.
Salaki, so you're being prohibited or forbidden to follow your own culture, your tradition. Salaki.
Yeah, they do mean that, but I'm looking for something else. What Hakkah is that? Hakkah, where you at? Here?
In the back.
Okay. I'm going to read this article for y'all. Basically, I'm going to give it to y'all in a short summary. You know how the Romans, right? The Romans have a progenitor. The Africans, they have a progenitor, which is their forefather. Now, I mean, who they name after. The Greeks are named after their forefather. Go ahead.
Salaki, so is it Helen of Troy?
I like that you said that because everybody thinks that. That's not true. Because Helen is a woman. I mean, I'm talking about the forefather. The forefather of the Greeks is a man named Hellenes. Hellenes. So when you being Hellenized, you being taught the way of Hellenes. And that's what Hellenized means, all right? All right, read verse 2.
Come. Verse 2. But one of them that spake first said thus, What wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die.
Now, what is this young man telling these officers, these Greeks? This is one of the woman's sons telling the Greeks that, hey, what you want to learn of us? We ready to die. What he's saying? Go ahead.
In a sense, he's saying like what the hell? Like, do we for the waiver? We for the waiver our faith? You know, just because you want to torment us and
think how you would think that. Think like a black man. What would a black man say? I mean, think about the police got you in handcuffs, and you ain't finna snitch. You ain't finna be a sellout. What would you say? You'll basically be like, "What's up? What you want, man? You wasting your time. I ain't even eat this pig. I ain't even eat this swine, man. You wasting your time, Greek. What up?" That's what he's saying. Man, he bought that life. Now I mean, read.
Con. What wouldest thou ask or learn of us? Thou ask or learn of us. We are ready to die, rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
Everybody in this classroom, this should be your mentality, man. This is the way you should think. You should rather die. You should prefer death than to break one of these laws of God, man. Because guess what? That's how we gonna get a nation again, man. But by us being a sellout, compromising with the white man, you going to vote? Nah, man. The white man ain't gonna respect you. You vote for him because you put your spirit. You looking for him to save you, man, and he's not gonna save you. The white man can't stand you. He don't like you.
Right.
I mean, he wants you to be his slave. How can you want a slave master to save you? That's what you see when you see a Negro sitting in them voting lines all day long trying to vote for Biden and Trump, man. Both of these devils are racist. I mean, Joe Biden is worse than Donald Trump. People don't know about Joe Biden. Creepy. I call him creepy Joe Biden, man. Y'all know about Joe Biden. He worse than Donald Trump, man. But you learn about Joe Biden in the 1990s when he called y'all super preppers. He called black people super predators, and you cannot be rehabilitated, man. At least Trump didn't say all that. Know what I mean? But to Joe Biden, he said he don't want you around his kids. Black people cannot be helped. Go ahead, Warren.
Y'all call our children cockroaches.
Man, he said so much. Y'all better go back and watch some old tapes. But guess what? This is who our people voted for. Our people don't have no business voting. You already got a black leader. His name is Commander General Yahanna.
Right.
What the hell you voting for a white man for? A devil? When you got the best black leader on earth, man. All right, you have no business in these voting lines, but guess what? You don't want to keep these laws. You're not ready to die for these laws, man. And the Bible, it tells you need to pick a brother from amongst your nation, from amongst your own people, man. White people is not your brother, man. Your brother is the children of the slaves that's in America, man. That's your brother, man. You got no business voting for these devils. I don't give a damn about you. That's shooting you down in the street and got their D on your damn neck and get away every time when they kill you, man. They don't know your struggle. You need a man over you that know your struggle, man. Cause that's the man gonna look out for you, man. And that's the man that understand you. White people don't understand you, man. They don't understand. The only thing when they see you, they see a slave. And guess what? When I see white people, I see a slave. Right? And that's what you need to think. Alright? Read.
Con. Verse 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot.
Now I want to see how many of my officers know history in here. Alright. Who was this king, man? Who was this madman? Do anybody know? Go ahead.
Salaki, Alexander the Great.
No. He came after Alexander the Great. I was just teaching on this, man. I mean, Alexander the Great, he had 4 people that he split his kingdom amongst when he died of syphilis. Because he's a flaming hot homosexual. All them Greeks are flaming hot homosexuals, man. And them Romans too. All of them the same nation anyway. They got the same. They just got different names, but they're the same people. Go ahead, Warden.
Like I said, is it Antiochus?
Antiochus what?
King Antiochus.
Antiochus what though? You right though. But it was like 4 or 5 Antiochus.
Okay, the 4th.
Give him a hand. This king name was King Antiochus the 4th, the mad one. And the reason why, anybody know why he was the mad one? Do you know y'all why they call him the mad one?
You went to the Christian church?
No. Okay, Antiochus the 4th, that's a good one. Antiochus the 4th, Epiphanes, it means God manifestation. King Antiochus thought he was a Zeus. Like he thought he was Zeus. You know the god named Zeus?
Right.
He thought he was Zeus. So he wanted people to worship him, man. That's why he was crazy. That's why he was nuts, man. He thought he was Zeus in the reincarnation, man. He really thought that. And we all know Zeus is a false god, man. He don't exist. There's only one living God. That's Yahanna.
Right. That's right.
All right. Read. But also want to add something else to this too. The reason why he was so obsessed with killing us, man, is because when he tried to go conquer Egypt, right? Do anybody know who ruled Egypt at this time? When he was ruling. I want to see if y'all know history, man. Go ahead.
So was it Herod?
No. To learn history is very important, man, because you have to learn history dealing with Christians, man, because they get sleepy and they get bored when you open up their Bible. You know what I mean? They don't believe in the Bible, so you got to go to history. Go ahead, Warren.
Was it Ramses?
No. The Egyptians got defeated. So who conquered them? There was a time the Egyptians got defeated, man. Remember Alexander the Great, 4 generals. He had 4 generals, right, that took his kingdom, man. Alexander the Great, he took over the whole damn world, man. All right? When he ruled, he conquered, man, before that homosexual died. Go ahead. Think about one of his 4 generals. Go ahead.
Was it Ptolemy?
Man, hey man, give him a hand, man. And there's a daughter of Ptolemy, right? That people say everybody came from, right, in Egypt. They thought she was a black woman or African. But this woman's name was Cleopatra. She was a daughter of the Ptolemies. Cleopatra was a damn Greek, a damn white woman.
Right.
Know what I mean? So if anybody tell you we all come through a pasture, they're a damn lie. Right. That's a damn white woman. Everybody know the original people of this earth is us, man. Our black woman and the black man. Now I mean, we the original people of this earth, not those damn white people. They come from us. All right, they just got recessive genes, man. All right, read on. Read verse 3 again.
Come. Verse 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot.
Ah man, a cauldron is a big old pot, big old large pot, man. He finna get ready to cook these 7 brothers inside this pot, cause he mad, cause you will not do what he tell you to do it, and you want to keep the laws of God, man. All right, read.
Come. Verse 4. Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first, and to cut off the utmost parts of his body, the rest of his brethren and his mother looking on.
Read on. So, hey man, look, the white man said, before I put you in this big old pot, I'm gonna cut your tongue out, and I'm gonna cut your members off. What's your members? Your members is your arms, your legs, whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna cut this off, man, before I even put you in the pot. Man, but if you cut my legs off and my arms, man, I don't care about that no more for real.
Right.
What I gotta live for, man? I ain't got no arms. I ain't got no legs. Alright? But read.
Come. Verse 5. Now when he was thus maimed,